The weather's been really up and down, but the good news is I've avoided having any calves when it was down in the teens here yesterday morning. We're still getting awfully cold at night, and as you can see around me, maybe you can't, everybody's still really chill. Between bedding and feed and all that expensive mineral that they're going through, I know I haven't given any updates on these guys yet, but I do know Myrna likes to see the baby calves, and this is all we got right now. And oh, look at my nose. And with the mild weather that we're getting right now, I mean, they're calling for back to the 50s and 60s here in a few days. And I don't have to have anybody into my, I'm just going to go ahead and call it my new calving system, or calving area. Because I do at least have a place in the barn set up now, or at least if anybody looks like they're going to calve, you know, kind of like last year where it was snowing and raining and was just outright miserable. We had those 5 calves in the span of 4 hours. At least I have someplace out of the weather in a controlled environment where I can actually make sure everybody gets in and has a better chance at life. The bulls are all out here right now, at least my dad's and mine. We got the most recent purchase. I bought him. Well, why don't we just go in there and look at them? We're going to have a mix of red and black calves. I actually had her mom wouldn't claim her. I fought her for 5 days and ultimately she wouldn't claim her. Perfect example. 36 right there. That's not her calf. The red one is. But if you're not looking at my hand, you can see she's claimed them both. And this is her first calf, and she calved after that little black one was born, and she ultimately ended up taking both of them, which I'm fine with because it saved me from having a bottle calf. Last year by this time I believe I had 3, and there isn't much for grass out there, but the ground is dry. And with it being dry, the cows at least have some place to go that isn't on concrete or, you know, corn fodder to go lay down. The bulls have really changed a bit versus what we had to what we have going forward. This one, he was bought at, oh, it says Red Fest right on his tag. He was the last one we bought. I got him for mature cows. The whole reason of having him is not to have him on any of my smaller framed or my younger calves, or should I say first calf heifers or anything like that. The ones I want him to be having calves on are her and her. That is a heifer, older cow right here, 68. And I do have a bull from whatever year before. Hi, older cow. Oh, here we are. This is my Kentucky Fried Chicken. My KFC bull. He is the oldest bull we have in the herd. He's been, I'm just going to call him old reliable. He's kind of like the new Rocky, largely just because he's been taking care of business and been really reliable. This is the second oldest bull, which is more of a, you look dopey. He's not my favorite, I'll be honest. Definitely would have preferred more out of that line. But no, he's going to be on heifer duty this year. And I actually bought one more, because I was actually all over the board here this summer, or this this early spring, because we ended up buying, I call him Henry. He is for my parents' group herd of cows for over the summer, but he's actually going to be in with any of my black-hided cows. So I mean, my opinion is, if they're already going to throw a black calf, I'd rather make sure we got a nice EPD bull that is going to throw an even nicer little calf. Because that's honestly a little calf. Again, looking at my arm, she is out of one of my brother's Black Angus bulls that he had here last year, and the mom was a first calf heifer. And we're gonna have, I'm figuring, a couple that are gonna have to go work at McDonald's. This is the one I'm actually really happy with. He's going on, well, I haven't 100% decided where this one's gonna go. Went 3.5 hours for this guy. He and half a trailer load of heifers came from 3.5 hours north. Been aware of that sale for a long time. My buddy's been trying to talk me into going for the last 4 years. Well, here's another old one. You can see her hair's coming back. She did plenty of scratching. You say I got kind of missed the lousing them. At least I didn't get them soon enough this year. But they don't look nearly as bad as they did last year. But the bull and the heifers I brought from up north, I'm actually a really big fan of. And wow, somebody did that on purpose. Again, older cow. She's actually the one that has a calf right here. So I'll be pulling that calf off. The intentions is sending this one out to pasture. I really don't want to send her calf with her, because then I won't have her back in until late fall, mid-fall. But I got a pretty good number of heifers where I'm actually considering splitting the group up and putting these at least the one yearling bull and then my second oldest bull in with them. And then keeping Henry here and my oldest bull. And I'm at the first bull I showed you. For mature cows, he'll be here also. But everybody in here is still waiting to do something, and everybody out there are the ones that are closest to calves. So that's why I got them separate, to where at least I can keep a close eye on them. My hay line feeder works awesome, but the best way to describe it is works best with perfect hay or high quality hay. Any of the mid-quality stuff, I'm better off putting it into a bale feeder. Largely because these guys are picky. I got them spoiled since October of last year. They've been getting 6 pounds of rolled corn, and all the way through they were getting that second cut reed canary, and right now they're getting a little bit of first cut grass. First cut alfalfa is what we got out here. And then these bales, those wrapped ones, I've been giving the cows that are closest to calving, or have calved. It's actually wrapped second cut alfalfa, and they really seem to like it. And that's what I'm going to do, is I should go knock that over so she isn't trying to break my bale feeder. But again, everybody's quiet. Says nobody's really super wary of me. I have one out there, and actually I think the 2 wary ones are actually out here. Generally you can walk right up to the majority of these guys, because I'm walking out with them on a regular basis. Even the new bulls that we just brought home, this guy's really started to calm down, because he was probably the worst. As far as he wasn't mean by any means, but him and Henry, that Black Angus we bought from my parents' herd, for the most part, They weren't mean, but they didn't want you anywhere near them. If that's about the best way I can describe it. But I like looking at the cows. They're looking awesome. I think they're ready and probably impatiently waiting for spring about as much as I am. So yeah, here's your cow update for spring, and hopefully calving goes good. A majority of those are out of calving ease bulls, so I'm not really worried about having to pull too many calves, but I'm always on the lookout for any issues we may potentially be having. On the higher end, or the older age cows in the group, I got about 4 that are gonna have to go work at McDonald's here. But no, I haven't really gotten carried away naming any of these guys, and you're not supposed to be too nice with your bulls either. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch up with you later.